What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 4 of the playthrough. This episode, I am going to do a little better about explaining some things as far as gear, some hidden stuff in the crevice. So this is your pre-order, deluxe edition, anything like that. I will not be using any of this in case other people doesn't have this. It wouldn't be fair to really use this. Um, let's go to the inventory. So if you die, you drop your lacrima and everything, and if you're afraid that you will die before you get back there, you can use this and it would just bring back your lacrima. This restores your spirit, which is the it's the little yellow orbs above your. Oh, I'll show you in a little bit. But anyways, spirit is what allows you to do your javelin and your skills. These are just consumable heals. They heal you for about 50% of your health, as it says. But it consumes 3 spirit gauge. These increase your stamina recovery rate. This restores 300 health and grants 400 lacrima. This removes burning, plague, poison, frost. This removes contamination. And these increase your resistance to plague, poison, water, fire. And these consumables, you it basically applies a fire buff, water buff, earth buff to your weapon. And these are kind of like bombs, fire pots, if you played Salt Sanctuary, other Souls games. And this, you just sell it for gold. These are kind of like your memories. See if I can down here. Oh. So your memories here. This is all the characters we've met so far. So in the first mission, these are all the memories you collect. And by collecting these are what gives you the, like it says, 8 orbs up there. And that's what allows you to increase your damage multiplier. Your phantom. So you will collect these throughout the game. This is obviously the one that we fought in the side mission, the boss that I farmed to get his set. This is probably the best phantom that I personally think because of the stamina recovery rate. And this is if you want to summon a Spirit of Advocacy, which is the NPC summon for boss fights. It just increases their damage. So now moving over to the human world. All your human NPCs that you find will be over here.
I brought make good use, and now I am needed back at the...
I am Dweemuk, grandson of Brace Yourself, the beacon in front. Pavel is likely on his way. Wait. Yes, he's the lord and protector. If you need anything.
So sometimes by talking to NPCs you will unlock side quests. In here you can buy gear, heartstones, which basically allows you to come back to the crevice. This allows you to teleport back to the Blade Nexus, the last one you rested at. To your summon stones, assassin's elixirs. It you throw it and it makes the enemies turn around. So this is your storage. And this is obviously DLC items. War Hero, extra vitality, endurance, proficiency, strength, willpower. It gives you 5 to each one of those stats. And the Berserker set, 10 extra endurance, 50% damage decrease, a chance to receive 50% less damage. Frontal assault damage, which means any attacks up front have a 20% damage increase, and brutal attacks recover your health by 20%. And then the Fallen Star set, maximum stamina, health, stamina recovery rate, netherworld energy increase, which means while wearing this set, if you have all 5 pieces on, it gives you 1 extra heal. Down here will be a blacksmith. We will get him much later.
Who the hell are you? Some wandering beggar, I expect. Me? I'm an alchemist. I go where I want. But currently, my work brings me here to... fine. I'll extract...
So, the best thing to do with your old gear is to come over here and break it down. Anything you're not going to use, anything that is way under leveled, you can come over here and hit Y for extract all, and you can choose uncommon, and that's 9,000 extra XP right off the bat. And that uncommon is your gray gear, common is your blue, and then there's purple and there's gold. So if I go common, exclude set items, include set items, and that, so the set items will, if you exclude it, anything, any piece of armor that has to do with a set will not be selected. If you include it, then it will select everything. And that's an extra 18,000. The Ghost Knight set, I've personally never used it, but it's around brink dodges. So brink dodge, stamina recovery, 50% rate increase for 10 seconds. So 50% chance to increase your stamina recovery rate for 10 seconds. Potent blow stamina damage increases by 20%. Spirit accumulation increases by 25%. And composed damage increase And if you hit the back button or the share button on your PS5, PS4, whatever, um, you can see what all the effects are. So composed applies an effect when stamina is 50% or higher. So as you're 50% or higher in stamina, your damage is increased by 35%. Now she will also, later on, you will be able to change the stats. So the attributes, you see it says random attributes, stamina recovery rate 3%. Later on you'll be able to change that to whatever you want. Well, not whatever you want, but you'll be able to re-roll it. Okay. Now up here, there is a secret chest behind a hidden wall. And there'll be a very interesting NPC up here later when we get to him. Oh. There we go. I don't know why it wasn't working, but and that gives you the executioner set. Stamina damage increase 15%, brutal attack health recovery 10%, fire resistance 350, so a massive fire resistance buff right there, and 25% extra brutal attack damage. And then it just brings you out right here. Okay. So moving along.
Souls meant for... Now you are strong enough. Tell me, what do you desire to gain from this? You require more soul stones to unlock more...
So here you can upgrade your Spirit of Advocacy. It costs 2 Lacrima of circulations to do. If you are using a Spirit of Advocacy, I would suggest increasing their health as much as possible before their damage. So now we're going to move along to this one. And if you are watching, I know the commentary has not been the greatest in these videos. I will have a microphone here tomorrow. Right now I'm just using a headset. So if you are watching, I appreciate it. I'm suffering through this pretty terrible commentary. I really do appreciate it. Okay, now that we have our willpower at 20, which is our damage stat, I will take we're going to take vitality and endurance up to 30. I'm also going to try to talk more throughout the mission.
Good to know you made it all. No, General Khazan. He isn't here yet. That's not like him at all. Whenever the Dragon King attack, he's always at the front, leading the counterattack. I know he would never abandon his people. He'll be here. I know it. If he doesn't arrive soon, things might get bad here, very bad. The Dragon King have been attacking the village for some time now. We thought they were just soldiers from the Dragon War who refused to move on. This new attack shows how wrong we were. I fear for everyone's safety now.
Now, normally, this is a place where we would get a lacquer material, but as you can see, my reticle is turning red, and that is because this is actually an enemy. It's kind of like a mimicker. So, there's actually a, I don't remember what it's called, it's like a training log or something for if you defeat this enemy before they pop out of the ground. So what you will do is throw that, and you see it does 25,000 damage. One shots it. So now if we go here to Defronus Codex, this will have every enemy in the game. And you will see that certain enemies have a treasure chest next to them. So if you defeat them, so defeat a Crypt Devourer before it breaks the surface, because I done that, I get an Earth Resistance Parchment. Now that allows me to craft the Earth Resistant concoctions. For the Wild Bear, for defeating him without using recovery consumables, I get 5 fire enhancers. And for the Wild Boar, if we defeat it while it's collapsed, I will get the fire resistant crafting paper. And it has lore on all the bosses. So, if you're curious about any of that, it's right here. I'll have to keep my stamina recovery rate. One other thing, in the skill tree, if you come over here to common, we do have access to reflection. It's kind of like a really tight parry, but as you get down here, so like this, shorten the activation time of reflection, I would highly suggest you pick that up if you want to use this, because trying to use it at the base tier, it's pretty hard. See there, we killed him while he was collapsed, and the easiest way to do that's when they're charging at you. Throw a javelin into their face. The only problem is now I don't have any javelins for the upcoming Crypt Devourer.
You are agitated because of this Pavel.
He was the first one to betray me. Now he will pay.
So this right here is an enemy. They're pretty easy to defeat. Just hit them with a charge heavy and that'll deplete most of their stamina. And then once you deplete their stamina, now this one, it's already up, so. So that's progression. This way, just some items. If you hit them while their mouth is open and you see that glowing bit as you hit, if you destroy that, they will be stunned. Okay, now this here, so you have the Spirit of Advocacy, right? Well, this is a Revenant. Revenants are kind of like Red Phantoms in Dark Souls, or the Revenants of people that have died in Neo. So if you summon it, you have to fight it. And once you defeat it, you get the Lacrima circulation, which will allow you to upgrade your Spirit of Advocacy or summon another Spirit of Advocacy. And this just brings you around at the cave entrance. Let me drop down. And one thing I have noticed from my, well, I'll let this cutscene play out.
Over here.
Thank you.
So anyways, back to what I was saying. One thing I've noticed from my first playthrough is they have nerfed normal difficulty significantly. So I've been honestly thinking about turning it up to expert. because I kind of feel like this is too easy.
Dragonkin survivors from the war. Plundering and killing as if they were dead.
And I love that ability. Gonna sneak up on this guy, get a nice juicy backstab. Now these guys are like the big guys in the last one, but a lot more aggressive. Yeah, see, first time I played this, that guy hit so hard that he would 2 to 3 shot you if you did not deflect everything he done. And now I kind of feel like they just stand there and let you beat on them. This is a shortcut back to the Blade Nexus. Still be pretty deadly if they gang up on you. Alright, Soulstone back here. Like this tutorial says, there's certain objects in terrain that you can javelin down, make them fall on enemies. break this open. You guy right there, wait for him to turn around. Cannot time these deflections. Also, the plans for after this series, this should take us all the way up to Wu Chang Falling Feathers, and I will do a full Let's Play series on that. It will be a complete blind playthrough, it won't be like this one. I do believe we got everything. Now down there, right over there, is a good place to get ambushed. So just be wary of that. You can kind of see the guy over there in that house. There's one in this house as well. Come. Did not plan to fight both of you at the same time. I would suggest taking out the guy that calls him out first. If you see these, feel free to fight them if you want. Fight him. Lured over here without that guy coming. They can heal, same as you. See, they do a lot of damage if you miss that counterattack.
The beacon's been lit. Where's Pavel? We're all gonna die if he doesn't come.
Blade Nexus up here. Should be a guy below us. Nope. Could swear there used to be a guy there. Oh, right here. There's a ladder back here. Sorry about that. Oh. Now, coming up, there will be a side mission that allows us to collect another collectible in this game, and we will have to go back through all the previous missions to find them. And once you find them, that's kind of how you get your Yasukani Magatama, sorry, from Neo. And when you find enough of them, you will get a piece of headgear that will allow your set requirements to be, basically you'll be able to use one less piece for a set. So if it's a 6-piece set, you would get the full set bonus with 5 pieces. Here's an elite enemy. You can fight him head to head if you want, or you can run up here, trigger the boulder to come down, and it will one-shot it, along with everything else in this area. So as you can see, we got a piece of the Falling Lord set. Once you defeat the boss, these pieces can drop randomly from all over the place now. Soulstone, which is the very last one, and now we got the Ashen Wolf Scroll, which when we unlock the blade or the blacksmith, we will be able to craft the Ashen Wolf set. Be a little ambush up here. You can kind of see them behind the gate there. Wow, that skill fucks him up. Down here there'll be a bunch of wolves, and a bunch of wolves behind that door, and this guy. Open this shortcut. Straight back to the Blade Nexus. Go ahead and rest. Get another level. And it is boss time. Now for this boss, I would highly suggest some fire cleanse and some fire resistance, because this boss is all about fire. Spirit of Advocacy here. Now he's gonna run up here. He's gonna jump down. When he does, just make sure you brink dodge that. Alright, now when you see that, get up this ladder. Oh. Didn't mean to use my last heal. Watch out for that. There we go. Do not get in that fire area. Let him come to you. Yeah, so they definitely nerfed it. My first playthrough, that guy tore me up for about 2 hours.
A moment, please. I just wanted to thank you for saving me. I owe you my life.
I'm looking for Pavel, the nobleman. Do you know where I can find him?
Oh, I wonder... Are you the great General Khazan? Palemian Castle. That's where Pavel will be. He gave orders to evacuate, but if he's not here, then the situation at the castle must be serious enough to keep him away from the battle.
And what's the fastest way there?
The path through the Scoffer Cave. It's dangerous, though. Please, let me be your guide there. It will be an honor to help a true hero of the Empire.
A hero. Perhaps once, but not now.
Alright, so you can make your choice to move to the next area or move to the crevice. We are going to go back to the crevice. So now we can go to Scoffer Cave. But if you look back at Prague Village, or Prow Village, you'll see a little blue dot. And that is 2 side missions. So in the next episode, we will take on these 2 side missions. And if you see here, we have to speak to Dumik before we can do that side mission, and it's called Jar Enthusiast, and that will allow us to gain access to the next collectible throughout Khazan. So guys, I will catch you on the next one. Thank you.